Settle in, my little dreamers. The wind rustles, the fireflies twinkle, and Professor Hootsworth has a story waiting just for you. Let us follow the golden thread of imagination into a land of magic and delight. In the peaceful heart of Willow Glen Meadow, there lived a cheerful little red hen named Ruby Featherfoot. Ruby's cozy cottage sat at the edge of a golden wheat field where the sun always seemed to shine a little brighter. One spring morning, as Ruby was tidying her kitchen, she found something curious in the grass outside. A handful of golden wheat seeds. They shimmered in the sunlight as if they were sprinkled with magic. "Oh my," Ruby clucked, "if I plant these, they will grow into tall golden wheat. And with that wheat, I can bake the most delicious bread in all of Willow Glen." She looked around at her friends. Nearby was Percival Paws, the sleepy farm cat, dozing under a tree. Benny Thumper, a plump brown rabbit with twitching whiskers, was nibbling on a carrot. And Clara Woolworth, the gentle white sheep, was munching clover in the meadow. Ruby called out, "Friends, who will help me plant these magical wheat seeds?" Percival yawned. "Not I," he purred lazily. Benny wiggled his nose. "Not me," he said, crunching his carrot. Clara shook her head. "I'm too busy chewing," she said softly. Ruby fluffed her feathers. "Then I shall do it myself." So Ruby planted the seeds. She dug small holes, tucked each seed gently into the earth, and covered them with soft soil. Every day she watered them and whispered encouraging words. Slowly, green shoots began to poke through the soil, reaching for the sun. Weeks passed, and soon the wheat grew tall and golden, swaying in the breeze like a sea of sunlight. One fine morning, Ruby said, "The wheat is ready to be cut. Who will help me harvest it?" Percival stretched and rolled over. "Not I," he purred. Benny hopped to a shady spot. "Not me," he said. Clara nibbled another patch of clover. "Too busy," she mumbled. Ruby sighed. "Then I shall cut it myself." She took her small sickle and carefully harvested the wheat, tying it into neat bundles. When the wheat was ready to be ground into flour, Ruby asked again, "Who will help me grind this wheat into flour?" Percival groomed his whiskers. "Not I." Benny twitched his ears. "Not me." Clara swished her tail. "Too tired." Ruby clucked, "I shall grind it myself." She carried the heavy bundles to the mill and ground the wheat into the finest, softest flour Willow Glen had ever seen. Now came the exciting part. "Who will help me bake the bread?" Ruby asked one last time. Percival curled up. "Not I." Benny stretched. "Not me." Clara lay down in the grass. "Not now." Ruby puffed out her feathers. "Then I shall bake it myself." She mixed the flour with yeast, water, and a pinch of salt. She kneaded the dough until it was smooth, shaped it into a round loaf, and slid it into her warm brick oven. Soon, the whole meadow was filled with the mouth-watering smell of fresh bread. The delicious aroma drifted to where Percival, Benny, and Clara were lounging. Suddenly, they didn't feel so busy or tired anymore. They hopped, trotted, and trotted eagerly to Ruby's cottage. Percival licked his whiskers. "That bread smells amazing, Ruby. May I have some?" Benny's eyes shone. "Me too," Clara smiled sweetly. "And me, please?" Ruby looked at them kindly but firmly. "You would not help me plant, harvest, grind, or bake, so I shall eat this bread myself." She sliced the warm loaf, the crust crackling, and enjoyed it with a pat of fresh butter and a drizzle of honey. As Percival, Benny, and Clara watched, they felt a bit embarrassed. They realized they had missed out because they hadn't helped. From that day on, whenever Ruby asked for help, her friends were the first to join in. Together, they planted, harvested, baked, and shared many more loaves of bread, and every bite tasted even better because it was made together. So, my little friends, if you want to enjoy the reward, you must be willing to help with the work. And the end of this tale, but never the end of magic. See you in the next story.